We mic'd up today.
Real rats and roaches.
Hey, these cleats are worn in, they feel light.
They feel great, don't they?
We on the phone and do the whatever mic'd up. Every time they're moving.
Yeah. Over it. Hey. Hey, melody on beat though. Hey, we about to turn up today.
I mean.
It's the Ford Summer Sales Event, and now is the best time to buy. And check out the all-new EcoSport. Protect those who matter most. And make the summer go right with Ford, America's best-selling brand. Now during the Ford Summer Sales Event, get 0% financing for 60 months on a huge selection of SUVs. And for the first time ever, get 0% financing for 60 months plus $1,000 Ford bonus cash on the 2018 EcoSport.
Today is the start of a transformation. A celebration of the what-ifs and the why-nots. Because who says what is what has to be. And who says today is as good as it gets. We're for the bold step, for the breakthrough, for the next day and the next. We're for tomorrow. Advocate Healthcare. Tomorrow starts today.
You can spend it on anything. Animals and toys. I would buy a really, really, really big house. A motorcycle. I would go to college right now. Money. Put it in a shoe. Coats or watches. Anything.
Secondary-wise, we're long. It's the longest group we've had, and they're very fast. Like him a lot. You know, we lose a fifth-round draft pick. He's been always a good player, but I think we have some good young players in the program, so we're very excited about where we're at. And then in the secondary, I think we're going to be pretty deep there.
We feel like Willie Edwards is ready to take a bigger role. Really had a great sophomore campaign.
Hey, watch down! Watch down!
You know, Willie's another guy coming back, another hard worker, smart man too. You know, he gets his film work. You know, he gets his work off the field always. Great leader.
Feel like football. Just that SEC weather, bro. Around November.
Florida? Like Florida weather.
Got a few older guys left. You know, we got Mitch. He's back there at the safety position with me. Great leader always, man. He goes out there and he works hard every day.
Mitchell Breeze is another senior, again, another guy that we're going to lean heavily on at the safety position to have some leadership, kind of force the envelope with what we want as far as how we expect things to be taken care of. A name that has kind of come back in the fold is Luther Kirk. Luther Kirk came back to us and he really had an awesome spring. We're really excited about where he's at. He'll play another safety position.
Man, took a year off. Had a lot of, bodily injuries going on. My mental wasn't too strong at the time. Took a year off. Actually started working at Chick-fil-A for a second. But yeah, took that year off, man. Just trying to get my body right, get my mind right, and got the opportunity to come back here. And I love this, I've been doing it for a long time. Kind of came to an abrupt stop when I did stop playing, and just missing the people, missing the culture, missing my friends, you know, my teammates, my brothers, coaches, everybody. And you miss the atmosphere, man, and you get the chance to do it again. You can't pass up the opportunity.
That's crazy. That ball caught him. He didn't catch that. Come on, man.
Peyton Jones had a good spring. Eric Scott had a good spring. So, and Jarrell Jackson had a really good spring. So we feel really good about some of our depth and our numbers right now. We're just going to be young. And like I said, the youth part of it is going to have to come out in football games. Part of what we've tried to do defensively is we try to keep things easy for our guys so we can line up and let their athleticism and their intelligence play out. Let them play fast.
It's the ground, bro.
You know, every time we out there on that field, you know, we're giving it all we got. You know, it's a brotherhood out there. You know, we have each other's backs. And, you know, we expect people to see that we're a tight-knit group. We're a great team. You know, we're gonna go out there and we're gonna, you know, give everything we got on that field.
It's the Ford Summer Sales Event, and now is the best time to buy. And check out the all-new EcoSport. Protect those who matter most. And make the summer go right with Ford, America's best-selling brand. Now during the Ford Summer Sales Event, get 0% financing for 60 months on a huge selection of SUVs. And for the first time ever, get 0% financing for 60 months plus $1,000 Ford bonus cash on the 2018 EcoSport.
Today is the start of a transformation. A celebration of the what-ifs and the why-nots. Because who says what is what has to be. And who says today is as good as it gets. We're for the bold step, for the breakthrough, for the next day and the next. We're for tomorrow. Advocate Healthcare. Tomorrow starts today.
You can spend it on anything. Animals and toys. I would buy a really, really, really big house. A motorcycle. I would go to college right now. Money. Put it in a shoe. Coats or watches. Anything.
Bring the energy today. Let's go. Here we go, man. Here we go. Blue 82. So go ahead. Run, run, run. Drop. Good, 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 good. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Get out and go. Use your arms here, Romeo. So go ahead. Arms, arms, arms. Screen. Good. Get out and go. Go, 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 go.
I was really, I won't say surprised, but pleasantly surprised maybe. And we lost a lot of our front seven last year, and you know, our line down guys and linebackers. But I was really, those guys did a great job. Those guys being both the players and the coaching staff of our front seven did a great job in the spring. I was very impressed. But these guys, you know, Travis Niekamp has done a great job with those guys. He's got them playing very well. Then we brought in Kai Stewart, a former great player here as well. And he and Travis were both, you know, players at Illinois State, and now we have an outside linebacker coach to make that a little bit more solid. And they had a really good spring, so I was very impressed with them.
My name is Kai Stewart, and I coach the outside linebackers.
Have a great day. Come on, 34, you gotta finish it, man. Stop looking so daggone lazy, 250. Have a great day.
I actually played at Illinois State. I came in 2003,
and I finished in 2007. And when I got here, I just loved it here. You want to come get in it?
It's the man right here.
So I played in the CFL for about 4 years. Like most people, you know, I still had a passion for the game of football, and I turned to coaching. Good. Going back 1 foot, going back 1 foot, going back 1 foot. Hey, when I come down here, boom, I want to, boom, dip and rip, flatten out, dip and rip. In January, I had the opportunity to come on staff here as the outside linebackers coach, and you know, I couldn't pass up our opportunity to come back home, my alma mater. So I've been here since January, and it's been rolling. Man, my shins are already bruised up enough from my playing days. Yeah, lifting clean, getting kicked, all that crap.
Mr. DeVoe?
Be the hammer, not the nail, Lamar. From the boundary, I'll say at our jack, we got a couple of guys that will definitely play. Jason Harris, he's a junior. He kind of got banged up last year, but I think he's healthy. He's been moving well. I think he'll have a really good year. He's a long body. He's strong, can hold the point of attack. Another guy we'll have is Tuvon Clark. He's kind of my guy who can do multiple things. He can play a couple of positions, but he's more of our twitchier rusher, strong as well. The other guy that's going to be our Sam would be Dex Kelly Martin. He's a long, athletic body. He has a wrestling background, so he's good on the line of scrimmage. He's good on his feet. He's got kind of like cat-like quickness. And we might have a freshman that can come in that can step in. But right now, those are the three guys that I really count on, and they're solid. They have potential to be all-conference guys. If they come in and work, they have opportunity to be really, really good, solid ball players in this conference. The energy that the guys have shown so far, not just on my guys, but you know, from the quarterbacks to the wideouts to the running backs to the tight ends, just the energy that I've seen so far in the program, it's been fun, and I think that will carry us a long way.
I think up front, our defensive line, we've got a number of young men back. Matt Swain is our senior. He's kind of that leader with he's our oldest guy up front.
Hey! That's because I don't want to hurt him.
Get off the ball. That was really good what you just tried. You look natural, dude.
The key players, we're going to have, you know, Big John Ridgway. He's our nose tackle. A big, solid 300-pound kid. So big, you know, great guy. He's going to be really good in the next couple of years. If he keeps improving every single day.
Keep it up. Say, go ahead. 1, 2, 3. Good. You're big on this, John. You're big on this. You got to get penetration, man. Get your hands up.
Stephen Podgolski, he's another guy that has really worked hard at everything he does.
Get skinny. Here we go. Ready. Say, go ahead. Feet, hands. Good.
But we got some young pups in there. Stephen Podkowski. Mike, I hope I pronounced that right. Has really had a good spring. We're really excited about where he's at.
I'm proud of Stevie, and he's ended up becoming a really good football player, and as long as he keeps learning, he's going to keep improving as well and getting better.
I about choked on pods. I was just going to call them pods, but I didn't know it since I wanted to do it right.
Oh, good hands.
But and then you add in, the transfer from Iowa, Romeo McKnight, very talented player, so that'll really help us there. We thought we were one short up front, and that just made it even. Just all of a sudden, it's just a whole different battle.
Let's go. Get my hands up high. Shoot for the numbers, dog. Shoot for the numbers. High hands, Romeo. High hands. Come back one more time. Now shake it out. Keep your elbows in and strike, Romeo. Strike, 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 strike. Jason Luan, fantastic job, brother.
Jason Luan, he's another one. I'm just going to be listing the whole position group because all these guys are all young, but they've all improved so much, and they've all shown that they can play, and I'm very proud of them, and to be a part of this group with them, it's an honor and a privilege.
So as I bring that offhand, it's got to be violent. but this right here is not doing anything. Does that make sense? Power now, power! Come on now. You're missing with your hands, you ain't flipping
This
on
year,
hands.
I feel like we have an opportunity that, we can play 6, 7, 8 guys possibly if we need to, depending on the game. And I think that's kind of the biggest thing that we have. So we have a very young group, but it's been fun trying to help them out and teach them the nuances of the game. And they've taken to the learning and to the process. And I think that we're going to surprise some people this year.
3 men. Nick, 3 men.
It's the Ford Summer Sales Event, and now is the best time to buy. And check out the all-new EcoSport. Protect those who matter most. And make the summer go right with Ford, America's best-selling brand. Now during the Ford Summer Sales Event, get 0% financing for 60 months on a huge selection of SUVs. And for the first time ever, get 0% financing for 60 months plus $1,000 Ford bonus cash on the 2018 EcoSport.
Today is the start of a transformation. A celebration of the what-ifs and the why-nots. Because who says what is what has to be. And who says today is as good as it gets. We're for the bold step, for the breakthrough, for the next day and the next. We're for tomorrow. Advocate Healthcare. Tomorrow starts today.
You can spend it on anything. Animals and toys. I would buy a really, really, really big house. A motorcycle. I would go to college right now. Money. Shoe. Coats or watches. Anything.
I kind of figured out maybe I could go somewhere with football. Like 8th grade, I was like 6'3", 230, and I was a big wrestler. That's all I thought I could do. And we went to a game my freshman year. I started getting a little bigger and still in love with wrestling. Went to an NIU game my freshman year, and I took pictures with offensive linemen after the game, and people were pointing out like, "Hey, you're a little bit bigger than them." And I was 14 years old, and I was like, maybe that's a sign. So I quit wrestling and just focused on football. Well, dudes like Dalton Keene, Andy Mills, there's been more guys through the program, I'm sure, but those guys spoke so highly of the program that when I was making my decision to go somewhere else, I was like, well, we got a top 15 program in the country, 40 minutes away from where I was, an hour and a half away from home. So I was really comfortable, and I knew Coach Spack from, I think, since my freshman year of high school, and he'd always kind of stay in touch with my coach. And everybody that I knew around this program spoke so highly of it. I was like, it would be kind of silly not to go there. Coming in, I feel like a freshman when I'm a junior, and it was hard at first, not knowing a lot of people, still getting to know names. I think the first day of pads here, I was nervous as crap, so running around, you got linebackers like Ty, and he thumped me like one of the first plays. I was like, oh my God, yeah, it's still just football, I'm coming here, I really just want to be in love with football like I've always been. I kind of lost that love where I was, and I've definitely restored it already in the spring. So I do want to play football. That's what it was for initially, was just playing for fun. So I want to have fun with it, but I just want to blossom into my potential. I feel like I have a lot more I could unravel. So I'm just excited to progress as a player under these coaches and with these teammates.
Things of optimism for the season. We bring back a bunch of guys offensively, not so much defensively, but we bring back a bunch of some guys who have played, but the guys in key spot, they're useful, they can run, they can strike. From what I've seen so far, offensively, heck, we got obviously an all-conference running back and and an offensive lineman who were preseason All-Americans, so they've earned and garnered some recognition and attention from other people across the country.
Usually when fall camp wraps up, everybody's usually pretty excited and in high spirits because fall camp is usually a grind no matter how much and what you're doing during fall camp. And so when you add that and the fact that the football season's about to start up, especially when people start returning from on campus, there's usually a lot of just excitement going around.
I want the fans to see that we work hard and that we do our best every single day, that they can see that from day one we got better till the last day of the season, whether that's playoffs, national championship, whatever. I want everybody to know that we worked our hardest and that to see that we have 11 guys out there or 100 guys on the sideline, whatever it is. These are guys who are excited to play. They're excited to play in front of the fans and excited for every opportunity that we get to play on Saturdays. That's what I really want the fans to remember.
What really makes me excited about this team is the fact that we had such a great spring with the amount of changes that we had. I'm really excited that we were all able to adapt so quickly with the new coaching staff and be a very successful group in the spring. We also had a really good winter conditioning session, and right now we're working really well with our coaches and in the weight room in the summer as we speak. So I'm really excited how well we've been able to transition with the new coaching change and still be successful. So that's what's getting me really excited about this team.
I don't feel any anxiety or anything. I just feel like, hey, I feel like I'm at home and I'm ready to work, and we're getting all the good work out of these coaches and the players. So I think this is going to be fun.
I think every year the biggest goal is obviously to win your conference and then to get in the playoffs and see how far you can go and obviously get to the national championship and try to win it. So every year, that's my goal, and I hope that's the goal of people that I'm around, and I'm pretty sure it is.
Get his face, man. Look at the ugliest dude. I'm really the cutest on the team. I don't know why they playing with me like that. Like, I don't, you feel me? You know what it is. Don't play with me. You know, hey, y'all know the word. Y'all know the word. We out here getting this money. Catch up.
Everyone's going to be underestimating us. We've already been picked. I don't even know what place. I know it wasn't first, though, in the polls. So I know that everyone's going to be underestimating our group. They're going to think, last year they went, 6-5. We don't expect too much from them this year, and I think that's going to be our biggest advantage is being an underdog. And I'm excited about getting after some of these teams and showing them who the Redbirds are this year.
All right, your 2018 captains. Jake Colby, jump out here real quick. Luke McCurry, come on out here. Nick Devonson, come out here. Spencer Snell, come out here. Congratulations, good pick. Get a break, let's go. What don't you want to do?
It's the Ford Summer Sales Event, and now is the best time to buy. And check out the all-new EcoSport. Protect those who matter most. And make the summer go right with Ford, America's best-selling brand. Now during the Ford Summer Sales Event, get 0% financing for 60 months on a huge selection of SUVs. And for the first time ever, get 0% financing for 60 months plus $1,000 Ford bonus cash on the 2018 EcoSport.
Today is the start of a transformation. A celebration of the what-ifs and the why-nots. Because who says what is what has to be. And who says today is as good as it gets. We're for the bold step, for the breakthrough, for the next day and the next. We're for tomorrow. Advocate Healthcare. Tomorrow starts today.
You can spend it on anything. Animals and toys. I would buy a really, really, really big house. A motorcycle. I would go to college right now. Money. Shoe. Coats or watches. anything.
Something exciting to see, which I think kind of a good metaphor for the season, I guess, because it's still like the same, like the stadium and everything is still the same, but fresh new coaches, fresh field. There should be like there's going to be a new energy to the team this year, and we feel like this season's going to be something different, something fresh, so something to be excited about.
But new coaching staff, new turf, we're really, yeah, it kind of is a metaphor for a fresh start. We're really, starting kind of from the ground up again. We're building something new. We're building off of a new base. So it really is something new for us. The turf feels great. It brings a sense of freshness to the team. So everybody's excited to really get out there and put in some work.
We've done a lot on the football field, obviously. We've had a lot of success. We've had a lot of All-Americans, had a lot of, playing for national championship and playing for conference titles and beating Northwestern, all those things. But the biggest thing is that we have the highest highest graduation rate in the league, highest APR in the league. Our guys work hard in the classroom. I can't tell you how many times I get compliments from the faculty and the administration and the community about how our players act in the community. I'm more prouder about that than even how they play. And obviously, I'm very proud of where they play. But it's important that as a coach that you see that kind of development and the players kind of carry it into their lives away from here, because that's what they're going to have to do the rest of their life. They're going to have to be a pro in something. It probably won't be football, or at least if they are, it'll be very short. And also they want to be good people. So that's kind of in a nutshell.
Make sure you're detailed and get after it today. Let's get better. Birds on 2, 1, 2. Birds.
Hey, we gotta act the fool. Hey, act the fool for that camera.